Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Texas. And
Good morning. Good morning.
so today is the number one step to healing. And anyways, I'm going to let these two lovely ladies talk.
Oh, no questions leading. You're just gonna throw us out there. Huh?
Okay, well, I've been here for 3 days, so...
Number one step to healing is self-love. And yeah, I don't really know what it is fully. I hear the words, and I'm going in that direction, but I'm not there yet. So
we've been sort of talking, and we've been working together now for about over 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, right?
2 months. Yeah.
2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And how hard? Okay, so when I say to you, self-love. Without self-love, there is no self-healing. Without self-love, there is no really truly self-care. And I also say that you can measure the self-love you have for yourself because you can measure the type of day you have.
Yeah.
So how's it been, even though your mind says it's right, but how hard is it to incorporate it and then tell me why it's so hard? How's that? How hard is it?
It's been really hard. I mean, I have these really successful days where I do my perfect day and I don't even have to think about it that much, and then I revert the next day right back to my subconscious thinking and just go about my patterns that I've done for lots of years. Yeah, my entire life.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really hard to get control.
Why do you treat yourself with love and respect, and then you go in and hurt and reject?
The why is because I don't. It's not in my brain to love myself. It's not in there. The words are, but the reality is not in there for me to keep it a consistent pattern or consistent priority.
And that's because, you know what, the biggest and the most important job you'll ever have, you come down here and lose yourself. We have unconditional love for us when we're a baby, and even our parents do, and by the time we walk and talk, it's conditional love, and then by the time we're teenagers, we hate ourselves. Mm-hmm. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Spot on.
Me too.
Yeah. So the subconscious will, anything that is amazing, anything that's great, anything that's life-changing, anything that would, because self-love wins the game. Mm-hmm. There is nothing else that will win the game. All the money in the world's not going to win the game.
Right. That is true.
Okay? All the friends, all the family, everything else is not going to win the game. Self-love wins the game, and only 1 out of 10,000 people win the game. Mm-hmm. So what do you think? So are you going to give up, or are you going to...
No, I'm going to keep working toward winning the game.
It's a struggle, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It was a struggle.
I didn't realize it was going to be...
It was a struggle to come into the world.
Into the patterns.
It's a struggle to come into this world, and I think it's because it's such a big struggle because you come here, and there really is not really true love. There's beautiful nature. There's, we've been totally blessed by the Creator of everything, but when you come here, everybody talks about love. There's lots of love signs, love T-shirts, love buttons, but it's contaminated.
That's true.
And then we don't trust, and then
Yeah,
that's a big issue too. Trust,
well,
for sure. Trust in myself, and
and what
I don't trust my choices.
Yeah, and what most people think is love is just an addictive drug because they're playing love ransom with each other, and everybody's trying to fill up everybody's tank, and everybody's walking around brokenhearted. How are you doing? What do you think?
Oh, I'm feeling, after the work you did,
yeah,
I feel calm. I feel determined and more peaceful.
And tell them what the work we did so far. We did a lot of talking, right?
Right. We did the 12 steps and the self-love and all that. We did the open heart. You worked on my heart.
I went in and I did the non-surgical, Wolfe Non-Surgical, and it felt like surgery a little bit, didn't it?
Sure did.
Yeah.
Yep. Felt like there was something holding me, and then it just released, and I screamed, and now I feel open. I feel great. So And then you also worked on my pelvic bone, which was nice and rough.
Well, you felt terrorized, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because it was terrorized.
It was, yeah.
It's been terrorized. You know, most women have been terrorized down in the pelvis area throughout their whole life.
Yeah.
And that's what we do as men, right? We do that.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do to hold the line? Because when you go back out there to your family and your friends and everything else you know, and they see you starting to change, you do know that people are not evil. People are not bad, but their programs are bad. And when even your children start to see mommy change, or the people you know or the people you're close to, they're subconsciously going to knock the legs from under you. How are you going to stop that? Because there's the deal. That's the make or
The real
break.
life.
That's the make or break when you go out there, because nobody accepts that change. Because when you break away from the herd will subconsciously gang up on you. What are you going to do?
Continue loving myself.
So you got to do the steps. You got to do the gratitude in the morning. You got to do the mirror work, right? You got to do the love band, life band. If you're not on top
The
of that, repetition is, there it is.
Yeah.
That's the answer right there.
Yeah.
It's repetition. And smiling and holding the line. And knowing that when people get upset, when you start to change, all they're saying is, you be like me. You're making me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's
I don't understand
You're making me
this.
feel uncomfortable.
Come down to my level.
Yeah, come
Listen,
down my brain.
I used to come in and wipe my feet off on you. Why are you now a beautiful painting on the wall?
Yeah.
You were a rug just the other day.
Yeah.
You get back down on the floor and let me wipe my feet on you. And you know what? I'm not saying that that's what they say, because people, all you have to do is take a look at people.
It's a subconscious
Mhm,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
do you
not
understand
true.
that only 1 out of 10,000 people finish the game, and then the game's called self-love, self-care, self-aware, self-respect, self-honor.
Yeah.
What do you think, Judy?
Well, I think that it has been, difficult, because I didn't think it would be difficult, but it has been, because I revert.
The most difficult thing you're ever going to do in your life is love yourself.
That's true.
Because
it's
the
the most
world
important.
doesn't
It
want
is.
you to do, because
Mhm,
if
yeah.
you don't love yourself, then you become a corporate entity. And that if you don't love yourself, then you don't mind getting surgery and an organ cut out. You don't mind taking toxic drugs. You don't mind going through a drive-through and eating crappy food. You don't mind somebody abusing you.
Yeah. I do mind it now. I didn't know. I thought that was normal, but it's not.
Well,
I know I know the difference in the way life functions and the days function and the way I feel inside, because my cells are responding to the drama and the trauma.
Do you think women are ever going to get their power back, honestly? And I'm talking about their power. I'm not talking about force, but I'm talking about, think about it, a real true woman, okay, is a woman that suffers more in the family than anyone else.
Yeah.
That she's always showing that she's worried
And then she gets breast cancer and
Yeah.
she dies.
then she's
Right.
breast cancer and then she dies, yeah.
Mhm. I don't know the answer to that. I mean, I really don't know if I see it like that it's possible, or that society has got us to the point as a herd that it's really not even possible. I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Well, how does it feel to become lesser than man and be manipulated?
I know how it
And,
feels.
and be the species that was the most powerful species that was created by God, that creates life, and also and it sustains life. That's why the world is dying, is because men are running it. Yeah.
I know how it feels.
Huh?
I thought that when I was a kid.
You did?
Yeah. I thought women were much more capable.
Well, they are more capable.
Yeah.
They're not just more capable; they're more lovable.
Yeah.
And the thing is that what they do is they nurture, like nature. And if you don't nurture like nature, and there's a tree, let's make a picnic table,
Yeah.
So it's much deeper than that.
Yeah, it is.
So what would you tell the women of the world?
You say that it's time.
It's time to love yourself.
Yeah.
And really love yourself, because I vacillate. I go back and forth. I I know these words. I believe the way I feel and the way I act, and I can feel the difference when I'm acting in that way, and then just without a thought, I'll slip back into a day or a series of days.
And then you got a what? Love band, life band. 3, 2, 1. I got this. I'm everything. So when your family and everybody else are having tantrums and telling you that you're a selfish bitch, you need to understand something. That you need to save them from themselves. Mm-hmm. And guess what? When I first got into this, and you know what? I'm telling you, I was called Jesus and Buddha by my family, and you know, even my kids. My spouse at the time got my kids to come up against me with this. And now my kids today go, thank God you held the line, Dad. Thank God you held the line. Because somebody is going to have to break away from the herd and then draw the loving line, or guess what? You're going to have everybody get sick and die around you and suffer around you, and they're going to complain and explain because they don't know the answer, and you're going to hear the same damn story every day. Don't you hear the same?
Yes.
Don't you tell the same story every day?
Yes.
Well,
I really do, and she has to hear the same story over and over. I forget I've said it. I like it, like I'm saying it for the first time, like she's never heard it before. It's like, Mother, I've heard that 5,000 times.
Hold on.
Do not.
yeah. You know what? If you're gonna be a robot, okay, at least enjoy it.
Yeah.
You're
It's
gonna
not
enjoy
fun.
being a robot?
No, I don't want to enjoy it. I don't want to be a robot.
That's
anymore.
right. Well,
I can
you
go
can't
there
be
quickly.
a robot unless you're in the present moment. That's the only moment, and we know that only 2 to 5% of the population experiences that, and that's not an exaggeration. And I can tell you, wherever I am, I'm always in the moment.
Yeah,
Okay.
That is true.
Okay.
I've seen that.
Except when I'm constipated, because then I don't want to be there.
Okay.
How did you get there?
Yeah.
So
You have issues
think
in
about
your
that.
tissues.
Because I was holding on to my.
Shit.
Okay. All right. Have a beautiful day.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.